just surviving, keep climbing the mountain. Even when I feel like dying, keep climbing the mountain.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got a special treat for you folks tonight. Sports writing heavyweight Bill Simmons is in the house. Bill, welcome to 2K Sports.
What an honor. I've been waiting for the invite for years.
And we've been waiting for the acceptance. Thanks for joining us.
Let's do this.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know how dominant the Warriors are, but we also know that turnovers remain their Achilles heel. Now, Steve Kerr says sometimes the game comes too easy for our guys. They think they can do anything. We just have to keep it simple. The simple leads to the spectacular. And as the simple reporter, I send it back to the spectacular Kevin Harlan.
DA, thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. And here we are, the Warriors' final season in Oakland. Bill, they'll be moving to a brand new arena across the bay in San Francisco.
Yeah, bittersweet. I'm excited that there's an arena downtown. And, you know, the Oakland-San Francisco thing was always weird to go to Warriors games, drop in, figure out where to stay, all that stuff. On the other hand, I thought they had the best crowd of anybody.
I agree.
For years and years there. Just like very blue-collar, old school, fans that have been coming for years.
Stuck with them even in the lean times.
Yeah, the lean times were every year.
Right.
They had no year other than
long
lean times. And now that the team got good the last 6 years, you can feel the audience changing a little. And now it's changing a lot. I just miss the Oakland fan base, and I hope, you know, once we expand to 60 teams or 70 or wherever we're going, I'd like to see Oakland get one of the 70 teams.
Well said. Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Gordon, the guard tandem. E.J. Tucker is out there with Gerald Green, and it's Capella in at the center position. Now, here's Green. There's the pass to Gordon. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. They get the rebound. Capella off target at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And it's Green missing. The Rockets have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Gordon finds Harden. Outside, Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Thompson in the corner. With the fadeaway. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Green, no luck.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
The chemistry of this Warriors team so special, Bill. Klay Thompson's unselfishness and the fact that he just lets the game come to him, a big part of that.
Super unselfish, doesn't care about his shots. A beloved teammate by all counts. He's the guy that all the other guys mention first when they talk about, hey, what warrior, ... and it's Klay. The answer is Klay to everything. Who's the most fun warrior? Who's the craziest warrior? Tell me a funny story about one of your teammates. It's always Klay. He just has so many thankless jobs for them. A lot of times he's guarding the best player on the other team. He's guarded point guards at some point during every run in the playoffs for them. And just a great guy to have on your team. It's hard It's hard to imagine the Warriors without him. I think at some point maybe the salary cap will dictate they can't keep all four of these guys, and Clay is always the logical candidate to, you trade him, you turn him into two cheaper, younger pieces. But I'd
hate to see him leave there.
Well, and leave Curry, because the thing with him and Curry together, it's been such a unique combo to have two of the best three shooters in the league on the same team.
Yes.
Their stats now together are starting to just crush everything. Like, they've made more threes than any other player in the playoff history.
Amazing. Oh my
They've
God.
made, 600, 700 threes a year, and they're just doing things together that we've never seen. I hope they stay together.
Me too. Curry, good.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now here's Harden. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Green kicks to Gordon. Back to Green. A three ball. The Warriors pull it in. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
And the Rockets last season, first team to ever shoot more threes, Bill, than twos.
Yeah, is that a good thing?
It's more interesting to watch. Percentages are a
Is it
little
more interesting
skewed.
to watch if you're 7 years old or if you love basketball like us? I don't know.
It's
I
fun
still
to
love
call.
the back
It's-
cut.
Yeah, I agree.
But this is the society we're in now, right?
I
Like,
know,
people
yeah.
love home runs. They love three-pointers.
Big shots.
I will never in my life get used to watching guys on a 3-on-2 fast break go to the corners versus go to the basket.
And
for
that's
a
what
layup.
Houston does.
And that's what Houston does, and mathematically it's the right move. But I still kind of like layups sometimes.
You're a traditionalist.
I like to straddle traditionalism versus the new math. I get the new math. I don't understand shooting 45 threes in a game. Just, what is that? It's just a new form of basketball, I
It
guess.
is, yeah.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Harden inside the three-point line, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden the pass to Green. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Looney kicks to Thompson. Durant feeling it out a bit. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you can see that Durant has an incredible drive. He wants to be an all-time legend when it's all said and done.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Kevin Durant, an MVP, multiple championships, but he continues to add new wrinkles to his game and takes pride in that part of his game.
Yeah, last year it was the two-way play and the defense in the first 2.5 months of the year. They faded off. That whole team, I think, got tired. I asked some of the Warriors about it last year, just why they get tired when, you know, it wasn't like 17 was that grueling. They kind of rolled through the league. But I think it's just day-to-day, the bullseye being in the spotlight. Every arena you go to.
Best punch every game.
Yeah, you're out in a Charlotte. It's the highlight of Charlotte's season to play you, and I think it does wear those guys down. I think the next step with him would be, can he evolve into a stretch 5? what could he be Al Horford basically and take all the Draymond minutes when Draymond's not playing and just be the other 5?
How many stretch 5s are in the NBA? Can you count them on one hand, or think of them?
It's the Al Horford, and there's not many. But I mean, a 7-foot guy who's one of the best 8 shooters of all time is your stretch 5.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Can Jokic shoot the 3? He can kind of.
Yeah.
He's got an outside shot, doesn't he?
Unfortunately, Jokic stretches the other team's point total when he's out there. So he's a stretchy other team's total to 120 defender.
And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
Yeah, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Some changes. Jerebko comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. Clark, he's checked in for Houston. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Green. Now here's Gordon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Harden left side. And a miss there on the triple.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Bill, we know in your writing that you love to incorporate pop culture references. How did that begin with you?
Well, it began because in college, I was dropping them in columns and people were responding. I think pop culture probably mattered more when I was in college in the 80s and 90s because, we didn't have the internet back then. It was harder to connect with people you didn't know. Basically, you had sports, pop culture, and politics. Those were the 3 ways. If I'm getting to know you, what are the 3 things we're going to talk about? I didn't want to talk about politics with anybody, so the other 2 things for me were sports, pop culture. I was also an only child in the 70s with only 5 or 6 TV channels watching Brady Bunch, Partridge Family, Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, Good Times, all that stuff. And, that stuff just soaks into your DNA, and that's it.
Now here's Iguodala. Pass to Durant. Over Clark. And it's Golden State with another.
And Durant has just such a fluid release. Very efficient shooting the ball from that mid-range.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Harden's shot is good.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Jerebko dishes to Iguodala. Durant against Gordon. Over Gordon. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Now here's Carter-Williams, defended by Durant. Durant against Carter-Williams. Pass to Clark to the middle. A nice shot by Tucker. And now it's only a 5-point Warrior lead.
And though lacking some height, Kevin, Tucker has the bounce, the reach, and the strength and attitude to do damage inside.
Looney, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Looney's got his first basket of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Now here's Carter-Williams. Kicks to Clark. He tries for 3. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams. Clark's got himself on the board with 3 there. Warriors leading by 4. Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Iguodala's drive. He dishes it to Curry. From about 19 feet, rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's Gordon with the 3. He can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. Durant kicks it to Looney. Curry on the wing. Carter Williams covering. He gets that one. Curry's got 13 points.
Boy, Curry's so quick, so crafty. I mean, his combination of craftiness and quickness, really hard to contain.
Now here's Carter Williams. Harden outside. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 7.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Harden against Iguodala. Stolen by Harden. And Looney sends it back. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Iguodala kicks to Durant. Passes it to Curry. Here's Jerebko. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And such a smart pass from Curry. There isn't much this guy can't do with the ball in his hands. He sees the whole court.
The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Jerebko. 15 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Gordon. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stuff to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heel.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
They've got Livingston. Jonas Jerebko out there with Durant. And it's McKinney in at the 3 spot. That's
2.
the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. That free throw, no good. That one misses. Bill, we know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later, they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. But triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half and the first overtime.
Oh, no.
But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
Now here's Durant, who's coming off a 25-point game against Phoenix.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
McKinney passes to Durant. Over Nene. Durant, no good.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
There's the pass to Hartenstein. And Durant sends it back. Livingston with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Jumps up, and Carter Williams slams it in.
And, that's all because of the long reach of Carter Williams. I mean, he's so adept at anticipating how to bait the offensive player into a risky play.
Now, here's Livingston. From 11 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now here's Carter Williams. And before the ownership changed in 2010, the Warriors franchise really staggered.
Yeah, they staggered to the point that in 2012, I wrote a long column for Grantland about, it was like the 60 reasons you can't blame the Warriors fans for booing their owner on Chris Mullin night. And I went through their whole history since they won the title in '74 of just all the horrible things that happened to them, all the dumb moves they made, all the dumb trades, all the things they never should have done. It was extensive. And after things flipped around, people mail me that article all the time like, can you believe it? We've won 3 titles in the last 4 years. You just wrote this. Feels like yesterday. And it was. It's one of the most amazing turnarounds of any franchise I can remember.
I'm assuming you're a fan of their front office.
Yeah, very, very smart. But, the pieces were there. When they bought the team, everyone thought they overpaid. And not to toot my own horn because I've been wrong a million times, but I was one of the only people who didn't think they overpaid. I just felt like that market was awesome. I loved their fans. It was in the heart of Silicon Valley. It made sense that they should be a juggernaut, and they had never really had good ownership. And as we learn over and over every year at the Knicks, like, owners matter. They just do.
Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Memphis. Livingston kicks to Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he hits nearly 90% of his free throws for his career.
At the line for 2. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Quinn Cook. Houston also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Gerald Green in for Eric Gordon. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Clint Capella on top.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. It's Rivers on the wing. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Thompson against Rivers. Fades back. Yep, it counts. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Nene at the elbow. Over Durant. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Nene.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Shots good by Durant.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Rockets trail by 5. Now Carter Williams. Nene down low. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And here's Livingston. He kicks it to Durant. Over Nene. And it's Durant missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Green. 7 points in the game. Back to Carter Williams. Second chance shot. Capella controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Got that one up quick, and that's 18 points for Kevin Durant.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Here's Nene. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And another 3 for Golden State.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Carter Williams. Stolen by Durant. The drive by Green. That one goes. Count it. And now a 7-point Warrior lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For the Rockets, Clark, he's checked in for Nene. And it's James Harden in for Carter Williams. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Green. To the middle. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there, just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Warriors.
And they haven't been able to exploit the three from the corner. Maybe some better ball movement would help open the floor and get that shot into their arsenal.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Houston shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
One shot.
That's good from Capella.
Well, I tell you what, it's really impressive how Capella has improved his role so quickly, Kevin. I mean, he's a starting caliber center known for his defense, but continues to make strides on offense, too.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
There's Green with the three. Offensive rebound. And it's Capella missing. Warriors leading by 6. Green finds Iguodala. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rivers passes to Harden. Some nice passing there by Houston. Capella trying to free himself up. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. Never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm. Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Harden. He's got 11. And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018, and Clark, well deserved.
It sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
He misses the free throw.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Good on the second free throw.
And, you know, after being a sixth man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Now here's Iguodala. And Green now, top of the key. Curry against Harden, just 5 on the clock. Fires from 14. Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 8. Feeds it to Rivers. Pass to Tucker. Knocks it loose. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. "12 seconds left here in the second. Here is Harden. Over Thompson. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. With Draymond Green, Draymond rebounding a bit of a struggle. How do you improve that?
Hit your man, you know, get 5 guys to the boards. Guards get in there and clean up those boards that's loose, but you know, our big guys got to hold our mans off, and we've been doing that this half.
We'll see if all 5 can get you more boards in that second half, Dre. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 21 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Warriors leading by 8. Taking a look at the Rockets. Gordon is at the 2 with Green playing the 3. P.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Harden in at the point. And for Houston, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Gordon kicks to Green. Knocked away. In the corner, Harden, 4 on the clock. Nailed from three-point land. Harden's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Rockets. Thompson looking for an opening. Curry is inside, guarded by Harden. They get it again. The shot by Looney, no good.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Thompson against Harden. From downtown, that's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Right side, Green. Back to Thompson. Shoots over Tucker, and too long on the shot.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Passes it to Capella. Tucker finds Gordon. And the pass to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. Golden State's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Outside, Green. Pass to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Gordon. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Capella. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Curry passes to Durant. Over Green. Green taking his time here. Harden outside. Kicks to Green. Dishes to Capella. Green breaking loose. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Capella. We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively.
Now here's Durant. 21 points in the game.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Green dishes to Gordon. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And you think about how the Warriors attracted Kevin Durant to the team and all these all-stars coexisting. It doesn't always work like that, does it?
No, and I give a lot of credit to Steph Curry, a 2-time league MVP, but he never lets his ego get the best of him. His good-natured calm and sense of serenity kind of set the tone and maybe balance a bit of what Draymond brings to the locker room.
Changes here for the Warriors. Urebko's checked in for Kevon Looney. Livingston comes in for Green, and Cook subbed in for Curry. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for the Rockets. Now here's Gordon. He has 7, but they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Left side, Durant. Shoots over Tucker. Durant, no good.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Carter-Williams kicks to Harden. Capella inside, working on Urebko. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, and Clint Capella, C-squared, a late first-round pick in 2014, viewed by most as a project, but the analytics community ranked him highly. No surprise then that the Rockets snapped him up and they got a steal. They love the analytics approach in Houston.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Capella. And Capella, a mobile, rim-running big man. The Rockets feel, Clark, he's the prototype center for their system.
Well, you think about it, Kevin. He's still in his early 20s. He's a starting center on a powerhouse team. And I think he's their 3rd most important player.
The Warriors making a switch here. McKinney's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Warriors leading by 5. Durant kicks to Cook. Bounce pass Livingston. Pass to Urebko. Here's McKinney, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. McKinney's got his first basket.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Lob pass to Capella, and he lays in the alley-oop.
Over the last few years, I think Harden has fine-tuned his playmaking skills. A threat for double-digit assists every night.
Durant kicks to Urebko. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Clint Capella.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
That's good from Urebko. Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, it was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championships, Hall of Fame stature. I think he may be the best NBA bucket.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
To the middle, stolen by Tucker. Here's Harden on the wing. Uncovered. It's hauled in by McKinney.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Livingston. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Rivers can't get it to go.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's Durant. He's got 24. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Cook's got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Rivers with it. He kicks it to Nene. Pass to Harden for the 3. It's good from long range. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Golden State moving it around. McKinney passes to Durant. Shot clock at 6. The pass to McKinney. They get it back. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Durant's got 26.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Now here's Rivers.
I love that. Yes, indeedy.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Here's McKinney. Now here's Livingston. Puts it up from 12. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 9.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
For Houston, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Snatched away. Now the Warriors moving it up. Livingston is running over Rivers. Livingston, no luck. Rockets trail by 9. Rivers looking over the floor. Now the dish to Harden. Harden draws the double. And Nene has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. Rockets working now with a fresh shot clock. And the shot goes in.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
One shot.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Cook kicks to Livingston. High arcing shot. The shot comes out, so Houston will take it the other way. Outside Gordon. Inside. Pass to Clark. Here's Hartenstein. Nene with the bounce pass. Drills it from outside. And that's 10 points for Eric Gordon.
Good quickness on the catch and shoot. Gordon giving the defense no time to react off the pass.
Cook, the pass to Livingston. He dishes it to Urebko. Cook kicks to Livingston. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Livingston's got 4 points now in the quarter. Rockets trail by 5. Now Harden, 21 points in the game, over Cook. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 23 points for James Harden. Golden State's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. To the inside. Iguodala, no good. The Rockets shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And it's Gordon missing. And it's Livingston with the ball for Golden State. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Good on the three-point shot.
That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look from beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
Now, here is Harden. 23 points in the game. And here is Iguodala. For 3, Durant. And the rebound goes to Nene. Over to the left wing. Clark kicks to Gordon. Over Durant. The Rockets with another miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And here's Harden following the three from Kevin Durant. Harden surveying the D. Misses off the right iron. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Rockets trail by 9. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green, the duo at forward. And it's Looney in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors' 5. Gordon for 3. The shot, no good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Here's Curry with the 3. Green with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kicks to Harden. Back to Green. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Hartenstein. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hartenstein's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Rockets. Pass to Iguodala. Outside, Green. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Free throw, no good for Green.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep him on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. The rebound by Harden. Rockets trail by 9. For 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Thompson with the bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here is Harden. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Saturday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want, an uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Gordon.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Curry on the wing, guarded by Harden. Tries again. They get the rebound. That one good for 2. Looney's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
Now Green after Eric Gordon's three-pointer that didn't go. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Now Green after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Harden finds Gordon. Passes it to Green. Over Iguodala. And the shot is long.
That's unacceptable shot selection there, Kevin. I mean, why on earth did he think that was a good look?
Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Here's Thompson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
At the line for 2.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Harden up top. He's covered by Thompson. Harden against Thompson to end the run. It's Harden with the drive. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
And here's Harden following Draymond Green's 3. It's Harden with the drive, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
It's always awesome to watch Harden do his thing. I mean, he's so good with the ball. Fantastic at going straight into the contact on his drives. Excellent.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Good on both. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 15-6 run. Curry looking it over. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Quite possibly the best shooter of all time. Curry just continues to impress.
Clark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more, players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for 3 when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
Stephen Curry hits them both. Rockets trail by 18. Here's Green to the paint. 11 feet away. Off the left rim and out. Golden State's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 24 points for Steph Curry.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Now here's Gordon. Harden can't hit. Here's Golden State now. They're on a 20-6 run. And Thompson kicks to Green. Teams of the past would often pound the offensive glass, Clark. I think of the 84 Celtics, but now teams are running only 1 and maybe 2 guys to the offensive boards.
I think a big part of it is transition defense is so important that teams now don't send as many people to the offensive glass. But the flip side of that is if you get offensive rebounds, you get opportunities to score and you can thwart transition chances. So I tilt towards trying to get to the offensive glass as long as you've got a couple of guys that are really good at it.
Here's Curry. James Harden picking up that last basket. Looney with the bucket.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And here's Harden for 3, and it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Iguodala the pass to Thompson. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 5. Over Harden, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Boy, Curry is so creative and efficient, and when he gets hot and gets going, he rains down points and baskets on the defense.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Iguodala with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Here's Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Harden kicks to Green. Harden outside. Gordon against Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like how confident, self-assured Gordon is in looking for his shots. I mean, fearless, pulling the trigger.
Here's Iguodala, and the jam by Andre Iguodala.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
Yeah, you know, the refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
Now here's Gordon. From deep, Harden. The Warriors pull it in. Curry with it. Iguodala outside. Clark, an interesting aspect of the one-and-done controversy. Increasingly, these guys are being asked to take on a big role in the NBA right away.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm all for guys that have the unique ability and opportunity to play pro basketball out of high school or after 1 or 2 years of college. I would love to see college kids hang around for 2 or 3 years, but that's not realistic for the supremely gifted. But it does put pressure on your teams if you're expecting these young guys to come in and impact winning right away. It takes a little time, most cases, for even really highly talented players to become winning NBA players.
Now here's Iguodala after Eric Gordon's miss. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Here's Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And that's 11 points for Draymond Green. The Rockets shooting around 40% from the floor here.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Thompson, again, Golden State.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Harden left side. He kicks to Capella. The baseline jumper goes down.
Capella wanting to work on his jump shot a little more, proving there he can get it done.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, everyone knows you do a lot of different things for this team, but what would you say your primary focus is?
Trying to just take responsibility of my defensive duties. Pushing the point guard, force them into different situations, difficult shots. Being our first, line of defense as they're bringing the ball up, putting pressure on them, and try to take them out their offense. That's a lot of great point guards in this league, so I got to be able to do that all year and try to get a good start to that this season.
That's what franchise players do, play at both ends. Thank you, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.